Hey ho, and welcome to Dave in Real Life and this tribute video to one of the legends of pro wrestling, Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon. As you're probably all aware of his passing last night before Monday Night Raw. The news dropping on Monday Night Raw at the beginning. We kind of knew that this was going to happen, but we were all extremely hopeful that Scott Hall was going to remain with us. But I'd just like to say, wish all the condolences in the world to the Hall family right now and his friends, who are certainly feeling the effects of the loss of a legend last night. But this is not a morbid video, not by any stretch of the imagination. We are going to talk about Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon, and especially with WrestleMania season coming up. We're going to talk about his 4 WrestleMania matches, which the first one started at WrestleMania 9 against Bob Backlund, an Hall of Famer himself. This was a standard match. Simple victory for Razor Ramon to get over with the fans, taking on a face, Bob Backlund, at this particular time. So it really worked well for Razor as the bad guy. To talk about Razor's character in WWE, he came across just as the new gen started, and his character's roughly based on the movie Scarface of Tony Montana, which came out in 1983. We covered that in yesterday's video as the one to watch before you die. So yeah, he carried that character across into wrestling really well, terrorizing the public as he did in his vignettes, and made spitting and having a toothpick in your mouth and throwing at your opponent iconic. Also, say hello to the bad guy. Yeah, you've got to do a Razor Ramon impression when you talk about Razor Ramon, to be quite honest with you, and I think that's how his legacy will continue. He was 4 times IC champion, 2 times a US champion in WCW, 7 times tag team champions in WCW. He also had a TNA tag team championship with Kevin Nash, and 1 TV championship as well in WCW. Also 2-time Hall of Famer, went in as Razor Ramon and as part of the NWO. I mean, this guy has been a part of the changing face of pro wrestling. His move to WCW and the start of the NWO, which was I think 26 years ago now, sparked the revolution of wrestling and that infamous Monday Night Wars. The impact that he had in the wrestling world was absolutely amazing. Yes, he was sparked by his own controversial personal life, but with the help of DDP and DDP Yoga, he simply turned it round to celebrate his career in the end. So yeah, obviously we can talk. We're going to talk about, I lost my train of thought. We're going to talk about WrestleMania 10 and that infamous ladder match, the first ladder match in WWE between him and Shawn Michaels, where he captured his first IC title. One of the best matches. We are going to look at that match on the watch along on Friday, which is Living with the Razor's Edge, a Scott Hall story. It is on the network, and we are going to look at that as a watch along, as a tribute to Scott Hall, the legend that is Scott Hall. He went to WrestleMania 11 a year later. He faced a Jeff Jarrett and beat him. And then finally his last performance at WrestleMania was at WrestleMania 18 up against Stone Cold Steve Austin as part of the NWA storyline. So yeah, it's only 4 appearances. He was 3-1 at Mania. Obviously his career has had some astounding matches with Bret Hart, 1, 2, 3 Kid, one with Rick Martel on an episode of Monday Night Raw, which is certainly a notable one. plus many others that he's had throughout his career in WCW. But like I said, totally open to suggestions on Friday night's stream. We are dedicating that stream to Scott Hall and his memory. So here, as I close out this video, I don't want to over relay stuff with what we will talk about on Friday. So I've been Dave in real life, and to quote Scott Hall, it's bad times don't last, but bad guys do. And with that being said, bye for now.